Today, I'm doing a review on the Bubble Magus model number BM Curve 5 protein skimmer. I've had this protein skimmer for about 2 years now, almost 2 years, and this YouTube video is going to be a follow-up review to the review I did in 2017 and posted on my website, arnoldsoloff.com. You can just go to arnoldsoloff.com and search for Bubble Magus, and you can find my review there. There are two issues with this protein skimmer that I had to deal with. The first one was a concern I had based on reports I had read in previous reviews of the protein skimmer, and that was that over time calcium deposits would occur in the air venturi intake and eventually clog up, requiring maintenance. And I had experienced this problem with other protein skimmers. It's not a problem unique to the Bubble Magus. Jeff Turchek from Life Reef Skimmers has figured out a modification to his skimmers which works on most skimmers. I'm a little surprised most skimmers don't incorporate this technique he uses to avoid the problem of the calcium deposits in the air venturi. And what he does is he directs the tubing, instead of having it go either straight to the air or have it go to a muffler component to muffle the sound of the air sucking into the venturi. He channels the tubing into the collection cup. The air inside the collection cup is very humid, and as the air from the collection cup is being sucked into the venturi tubing, moisture condenses on the side of the tubing, and it acts like a still. I mean, it basically distills the water, and so you have fresh or distilled water trickling through the air intake tube, which is continually flushing the air venturi tube of any minerals that might be in it. And basically this prevents the problem. I mean, if you don't have minerals in the water, then deposits can't form. So that's one modification that I made to the Bubble Magus. The second one was when I first got the Bubble Magus skimmer, I was having a real problem with little tiny pebbles or grains of sand that would get into the water intake, and they would partially bind up the pump so that the pump wasn't working well enough to create enough bubbles and water movement to skim effectively. And this was happening practically every week. And I thought, well, geez, you know, this skimmer is going to be pretty useless if I have to take it out of the tank every week and, you know, take it apart, take the pump apart, get the little gravel specks out of there, and, start over again. I said, this isn't going to work. So I said, well, maybe I can do something to block those gravel particles from getting into the pump. So I took a foam block and I carved out a section in the face of it that would mate with the shape of the water intake on the bubble Magus. And I put that over that, but it held a little snugly, but not as snugly as I would have liked. So basically, I just positioned the skimmer against the side of the sump tank so that the foam block was pressed up against the glass of the sump tank. And that held it securely. And I've run this thing now for 20 months straight. And yesterday I noticed that the skimming was getting a little weak. And I said, well, why don't I clean this thing out? So I cleaned it out. And, it's back up and running like it was new. And, once every 20 months, that's not bad for skimmer maintenance. The only thing I need to do is to intermittently take the cup out and clean the cup. And other than that, it pretty much runs maintenance free.